In order to understand the medical coding job, we need to know about the anatomy and pathology of the human body, as our human body is made up of several systems, right? So, we will learn about each and every system. See, first thing is our human body is made up of small cell, from cell to organs into system. So, those systems we will learn in this chapter. So, we will see each and every system. One is digestive system. The colored images explains about each and every system, where it is located. Digestive system, muscular system, integumentary system, lymphatic system, endocrine system, nervous system, skeleton system, male reproductive system, female reproductive system, respiratory system, urinary system, circulatory system. So this is all about the human body organ system. So here is the list. You can see the systems of the human body. So today we will discuss about first system, that is endocrine system. So the name itself indicates that these organ systems are located inside of the human body. Endo means within the body, so these are located within the body. So endocrine system is made up of several glands, many glands. So those glands produces and releases some hormones, and they help in the growth and development of the human body, tissue formation and metabolism of the human body. So this endocrine system has several glands I have discussed. So we will see what are the glands and where it is located and what is the function of the gland. So first is pituitary gland. Here you can see thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, testes, ovaries, adrenal glands, pancreas. So these are the glands. So we will see each and everything. Here is the list of the endocrine glands. So first we will see about the pituitary gland. So here in the image, where the pituitary gland is located, near the temporal region of the brain. Here you can see. So this is 5 grams in weight and located at the base of the brain. It plays an important part of the endocrine system. So when pituitary gland, when it doesn't produce any of the hormones, it leads to condition called hypopituitarism, and this pituitary gland is divided into two lobes. One is anterior lobe and another one is posterior lobe. So anterior lobe produces some hormones, as well as posterior also produces some hormones, that is they releases some hormones. So anterior lobe releases gonadotropin hormone. So these are the sex hormones. So it stimulates, it activates the ovaries for ovulation in females, and it activates gonads in males for reproduction. Next is thyroid stimulating hormone. This is also released by the anterior lobe of the pituitary gland. So it releases T4 and T3. So these two helps in absorption of the iodine in the blood. Next is prolactin. So this activates the mammary gland and it releases prolactin. Next is growth hormone. So this growth hormone helps in the growth of the human body. Next is the posterior lobe. We'll see the posterior lobe of the pituitary gland. So this also releases some hormones. One is antidiuretic hormone. This hormone helps in glucose maintaining balance in the blood, and it helps in the reabsorption of the water. Next is oxytocin. So this stimulates the uterus. That means it activates the uterus and it helps in the milk production during the delivery time for mother. So it plays an important role. So this oxytocin helps in the production of milk during the delivery time of the mother. Next we will see about the hypothalamus gland. So where this hypothalamus gland is located, it is also located at the base of the brain near the pituitary gland. So what is the function of the hypothalamus gland? It helps in maintaining the body temperature of the human body, as well as it controls the hormone levels also. Next we will see the thyroid gland. So this is the largest gland in the endocrine gland of the human body. So it is located here in the neck region towards the anterior part of the human body. So whenever the thyroxine level, that is, this thyroxine is released by the thyroid gland. So when this gets more into the blood, it leads to a condition called hyperthyroidism. So what is the function of the thyroid gland? It helps in maintaining the iodine levels in the blood. Next we will see parathyroid gland. See, parathyroid glands are of two pairs. Where is this located? Behind the thyroid gland. So the main function of the parathyroid gland is it maintains the calcium levels and electrolyte in the blood. Next is adrenal gland. So here you can see adrenal glands on the top of the kidney. It is located and these secretes adrenaline and non-adrenaline hormone. So what is the function of the adrenal gland? It helps in maintaining the blood pressure of the human body. Next we will see pancreas. See, here in the image you can see pancreas. So where is pancreas located? It is located behind the stomach. So it has two types of cells. So this releases two different cells. One is alpha cell and another one is beta cells. So alpha cell, it maintains the glucose levels in the blood, and beta cells helps in maintaining the balance of the insulin in the blood. Next is testis. So here in the image you can see where is the testis located. It is behind the penis. So the major function of the testis is it activates testosterone hormone and they releases sperms during the reproduction. Next is ovaries. So here in the image you can see this is a female reproductive system. So ovaries are here, white color one, this one. So these are of two pairs and located in the pelvic region of the females. So what is the main function of the ovaries? So they produces estrogen and progesterone hormones. So they releases these two hormones and helps in the reproduction. So in order to understand the some medical terminology, here is the table so that you can understand what are the medical terminologies, prefix, meaning and example. See, endo means nothing but within the body or within some instrument or whatever it can be. So example of endo is endocrine gland, endoscopy. So endo means within. So in medical terminology we'll call it as endo. So we'll see another example. Retro, behind, back. Retro means nothing but back or behind. So retro abdominal is one of the example. That means behind the abdomen or back of the abdomen. So these are some examples I have kept it here. For more information you can visit the below link. So here is the link. So now we'll see the pathology of the endocrine system. Pathology is nothing but the diseases or disorder. So when any one of the endocrine system gets increase or decrease, or if it doesn't functions properly, it leads to some conditions, diseases. So those diseases or disorders we will code in the medical coding job. So what are those some conditions we will see. See, acidosis means when the blood pH, that is normal blood pH, is 7.84. So when that normal level gets below level of the normal, it leads to acidosis condition. Next is acromegaly. It's nothing but hypersecretion of the pituitary hormone. So when more secretions of the pituitary gets into the blood, so it leads to the condition acromegaly. In this what happens means the skull bones and the peripheral body parts, it gets thickened. So it leads to acromegaly. Next is hyperlipidemia. The name itself indicates hyper means high, lipidemia. So when the lipid levels in the blood gets increased, it leads to hyperlipidemia. Next is hypokalemia. Hypo means low, kalemia means potassium. So whenever the potassium levels are very low in the blood, it leads to conditions hypokalemia. Next is hyperthyroidism. So what is hyperthyroidism? Hyper means high. So whenever the excess amount of the so whenever the excess amount of thyroid hormone production is in the bloodstream, so it leads to a condition called hyperthyroidism. So these conditions we'll be getting in our day-to-day life of the medical coder job. So like this we have so many conditions wherein you can see in the live production. So this is all about the endocrine system.